Hi, my name is Edwin Ebreo, and I've been an HR and training consultant for the last 20 plus years. In those amount of time, I've worked with supervisors and managers in developing their skills in leadership, and that includes coaching. In that amount of time, I've learned five common reasons why supervisors or managers fail to practice coaching. I'd like to share them with you today in the hope that you recognize some of these barriers and remove them so that you can get the benefit of coaching and mentoring. Let's start with the first typical reason, and that is you don't know how, which is the most common. A lot of supervisors and managers hesitate to coach simply because they don't have a full appreciation of the concept and don't know how to do it. They have not attended training or haven't read any books or articles on coaching. This one is the easiest to solve. All you have to do is, of course, buy a book on coaching, attend the training, and then apply the lessons to your employees. I'm sure they will benefit from it and will appreciate the coaching that's coming from you. Second is you're too busy to coach. Are you one of those supervisors or managers whose plate is too full with reports that need to be written or submitted, clients that need to be called or visited, or numbers that you have to generate? So much work, so little time, and no more time really for dealing with your employees. Maybe one of the reasons why you have no time for coaching is because you're doing a lot of the work, a lot of the heavy lifting yourself. Maybe if you do make time for coaching, you can empower people more so that they can share a load and so that you can spend more time developing their capacity to perform and to empower them some more. Third reason, you think you're coaching but you are not. This is very common. Whenever I talk to supervisors and managers, they say, "Oh, I coach. I talk to my people a lot. We meet, we talk about work, we talk about problems, we try to solve them together." And they learn from that experience, so therefore I'm a coach. But supervision and management focuses on work. When you coach, you focus on the development of a person, their goals, helping them develop both the confidence and competence to make the decision, help them be accountable for their decisions and actions. So it's different. You dedicate the time for the coaching conversation to help a person grow when you are coaching. So talking about work, supervising and managing, and coaching are two different things. Fourth, you think it doesn't work, and I don't blame you. I hear a lot of supervisors and managers complain about the amount of effort that they exert to help a person get better at what they do, but they just don't get the engagement needed for that person to grow. So, two reasons for this. One is maybe you haven't really developed the necessary skill to get a person ready for coaching. And then, second, coaching is a tango between the coach and the coachee. For it to work, the coachee must be ready, the coachee must be coachable. So, you need to learn how that happens and so that you can facilitate it, or maybe look for a person who's ready for coaching. And then finally, you don't see the value of coaching. A lot of managers, on the account of their being too busy, also find it difficult to, pursue their own personal development. So they think that, if I'm going to develop someone, I'm going to develop myself. But here's the thing, when you are coaching, you are actually developing yourself. You're developing your communication skills, your listening skill, your ability to empathize, problem solving, decision making, following through, execution. All these things are skills that you develop when you coach. So if you think about it, you get as much, if not more, than the coachee when you engage in coaching. What to do? Well, the number one thing you can do is really learn coaching. That don't just read about it. Learn what it is, why you should do it. Learn it beyond, correcting people's performance or correcting their behavior, but developing their capacity to perform. And of course, when you learn something, you don't really learn it without trying it. So look for people, look for someone who are willing to go with you in your journey in helping them with their own journey. And that's how you develop the coaching skills. Now, as you do this, it's important to assess your progress and improve. Peter Drucker said, you cannot manage what you don't measure. So measure. And if you need help in all three, I always recommend get a coach. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. And having a coach look at the way you do your thing and give you feedback is the best way to improve. So, you know now why you're not coaching, and you know how you can be better at coaching. If you need to know more, go to our website at execuserve.com, and we're more than happy to help you build a coaching culture within your organization. Have a great day.